dinner. Birthday cake for breakfast. Slice it like a ninja. Pick up all the pieces. Assemble like Avenger. Author rain is August. Wordplay is December.
Welcome to the WBC Arena. They've been talking the talk. It's now time to walk the walk. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Here comes Roy Jones Jr., 180 centimeters tall, and he weighed in right on 159 pounds. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Terrence Bud Crawford.
This is it.
So here is Roy Jones, Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing the newly crowned champion, holding a record of 22 wins, no losses, 20 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the young, undefeated, and newly crowned IBF middleweight champion of the world, known as Captain Hook, introducing Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Listen, when you've got two people that want to fight, two fighters that really dislike each other, you're going to get more than a fight.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter punch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it up. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Output. Thought there might be more action here. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? He threw a punch and just got countered. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. They have no respect for each other's punching power. And he scores with the counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so easy.
Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. So just keep him on the end of his jab.
Get back in. Now it's a tougher fight and he's going to be confident.
No, just stick a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
Jab, and then start gathering your pace and win the round back. Take away that confidence, stop him in his tracks. You getting soft on me?
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Perfect punch. Forth they go. You've got two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both trying for a knockout. Well done with that counter shot. They exchange punches. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They both want a highlight reel knockout. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That counter punch caught him clean. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter.
Terrible round, man.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just misses with that jab. Good counter punching. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You'd like like to see more jabs. He misses with that jab. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He missed with that jab. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have the quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Relax, relax. Good work, you think.
I need you to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back at that.
Good work. Don't forget the jab, and don't get carried away. Think about the defense and remember.
Don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right? It's only one round that you've lost. Do not worry about it, kid. Don't worry about that round.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How about that time counter shot? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Caution being thrown to the wind. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Honestly.
We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
A shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Littleton, are you okay?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in a round.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Good one. Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
Come on. You've let him back into it.
Time for the 5th round. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
A perfect counter shot. A straight right just misses. Unlucky to miss with that jab. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see 2 boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox the fight and beat them on points.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. There's a counter shot. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Those counter punches have to hurt. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Hook was off target. A perfect counter lands. Catch and shoot. Good count. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one. There's the bell for round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Is he going to punch himself out, though? counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
There's a counter shot. Straight right just misses. And he fails to score with that left hook. Beautiful counter punch. That uppercut doesn't land. Well done with that counter shot. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Oh, that punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
That's when you talk about champion.
Forget about
Yes, I like that one.
Here we go. It's round 7. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That's another scoring shot. And he did catch him! Did you see that? Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell them when they go back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Good counter punch. And that hook misses. Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. No rest for the weary. There's a counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. And he scores with the counter. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You can't...
Come on.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. We're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. He threw a punch and just got countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Those counter punches have to hurt. His stamina is off the charts. Jab just missed with the left hand. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.